Hello YouTube, I fix it all here. Second floor pan is in. Take a peek from the aerial view and we'll walk around. I'm going to redo that in heavy masonite, I believe. Sorry about the noise. Here's the other pan. The wife has been doing cleaning in here and scrubbing and sanding, and she's been using lacquer thinner, so we needed a 100-year-old fan made by Peerless to do the job, to get air moving. So this landed exactly where I wanted it to. This may be okay, but I'm not sure. I may need to trim a little bit of that. Overall, it's clearing everything I need it to clear all the way around. And down along the edges. So the next step is to take the floor pans out and store them. And I did earlier say I was going to drill and stagger stainless rivets with butyl tape under there and a bead of the strongest liquid nails. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do about my drain holes back here. I may work them to my advantage. I'll get back there and show you. See the daylight. A big old Holby. That's the outside world. I was complaining about not having drain holes for pans. So perhaps maybe I will integrate this area into a drain hole, and the same on the other side over there, and the same on each side over there. And that's really it for this video. Wasn't all that difficult. These pans are to be trimmed like this, identically reverse negative of each other. And it makes sense, but I was skeptical because it's a Volkswagen, and I thought that maybe the geometry may be a little different over here, but it wasn't. It was dead on. Now, what you do is when you cut your pan out like we did, and you go up in between the seat tracks, if you choose that method, you take measurements from the edge of this flat spot where the seat brace is mounted. You take measurements back to discover where this is, and you take measurements from the flat where the seat support brace is and discover where this is as far as distance, and take that distance from here back and L up like I did. And after that, what you can do is lay your old piece you cut out back into your new pan and transfer that shape in here, but factor in adding your overlap you desire. In this case, I have about an inch overlap here. I've got a little bit more there. The underside of the car, I was feeling around just now, and it feels like there's a significant gap, but can we see anything is the issue. And we can to some degree. And the biggest trick is going to be getting these two connected with rivets. I'm going to be doing that from the inside though. I haven't decided whether I'm going to use, whether I want to point the rivets down or not. I probably will point them down. It'd be a lot easier. But as I'm pushing on the metal, I'm discovering the height profile is pretty significant. It might take some stomping and monkeying and all kinds of other things and stuff to get this pan fully seated down. So I may use a combination of dead blowing, but I don't want to damage this profile here. So I'm probably going to lay a 2x6 block right along the edge right there. Let's see if I've got one. What I'm saying is I need to tamp it down, but shape my new pan, since it's just hairs too big for the opening, and hit this with a hammer to seat it as I tap along, and pilot me some holes in. And whatever I put in there for sealer needs to be slow drying, because I'm probably going to spend a couple of hours just riveting and drilling. I can't imagine pre-drilling all this and then I do my rivets here, I come along, do them here, and by the time I make it to here, all that metal has settled, and the metal will tend to push the unfastened metal out of orientation with your original drill hole. So I'm probably going to drill probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably groups of 6, and then I'll rivet those 6. But when I'm riveting, that means I have sealer in here, and so whatever it is can't dry quick, and liquid nails won't dry in no 2 hours, but some of that stuff will surprise you. And then go underneath, which will be the last task of this whole project, is to go underneath and tweak and tune and seal and caulk and do whatever needs done, and then lay on the undercoating. Now, up on the Samba, pretty good people up there, I started a thread today on these heater tubes. I was told by those guys, who are the experts, I'm certainly not, the purpose of these holes is for sound baffling of a great big turbine fan that sits vertically back there. There's a fan that spins with the alternator shaft. The alternator shaft has the alternator has a shaft sticking out on both ends, and one end holds your belt, and on this end, facing the rear seat, the shaft sticks out, and it holds a fan blade that's about that big around, probably 10 or so inches in diameter. It's not exactly like a squirrel cage, but you can think of it as that. It sucks fresh air in, sends it down through the heat exchangers, and pushes it through these tubes. And I was told if I don't have that foam, that fiberglass wrap around these, that I will hear a lot of noise coming out, and in the form of heat. I will hear the fan itself. And I don't think that's going to hurt my feelings, you know? And the wife has already said, yeah, well, if it's just noise, then we're going to wrap metal 3M muffler repair tape over these. and that will solve this little tiny, smallest minor issue here. I just wanted to make sure we weren't defeating some sort of engineered purpose. So the engineered purpose was for relieving the sound and the obnoxious noises that would be coming out of your foot or your dashboard. And that's it. All right, thank you everybody, and I appreciate it. We'll keep chooching along and updating you all as we go. Till then, this is iFixItAll, Team iFixItAll, and the wife is currently in the house because she said she's feeling a little queasy. Has something to do with lacquer thinner. We'll talk to you later.